Hello everyone, this is Justin Krebs from Krebs Service Station in Spring Mills, Pennsylvania. Today we're going over the all-new HiSun MP9 550 and the MP9 750. This video will cover both of those models. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The MP9 comes with the hard roof. We've got the foldable mirrors, the windshield, fender flares. We have LED headlights, high and low beam, turn signals, the heavy-duty front bumper. We've got a 3,500-pound winch with the synthetic rope. If you look right in here, we have a front receiver, aluminum A-arm guards. We also have a sway bar up front, fully adjustable shocks. We've got the crawler tires and the blacked out aluminum rims. The MP9 has a hood up front, so let's go ahead and pop it and see what's inside. So when we lift the hood, we have a hood prop right here, which goes right there. This is our air cleaner box, so we're just gonna go ahead and pop this apart. Nice big air filter, and it's easy to replace. Our radiator cap, coolant overflow, and then this is the controller for the remote winch, and that's the antenna for it. So you're going to notice that we just switched over to the MP9 750. Just a reminder, the 550 and the MP9 750 are physically the exact same unit. The only difference is the engine. So let's go ahead and talk about this very nice side door the MPs have. And what's really cool about these doors is you see the upper areas cut out. There's an accessory that's coming out for these units that actually drop in right here. And so you'll be very easily able to close this unit in. Okay, going over the inside of the MP9 550 and 750, we're going to notice some very nice headrests. We have a very nice bench seat that's actually contoured for you. We've got seat belts. We have cup holders, the passenger grab handle, a very nice and big open air storage area. We've got our USB power port. We have our winch switch. This is our rear differential locker. So the MP9s actually have turf mode. So this unit is currently in turf mode. So what turf mode is, it drops the unit down to one-wheel drive. And so you can take a tight turn in the yard without ripping up your grass. So when you lock the rear end in, both the rear wheels will turn at the same speed. So if you take a tight turn, it'll rip up the grass. Now, it also has four-wheel drive. So what four-wheel drive does, it activates the front wheels and the front wheels start turning, but they can still turn at different speeds, which makes steering quite a bit easier. The MP9s do not have a front differential locker. It's an accessory that's very seldomly used anyhow. We have also a cubby hole right here. There's another one right here, and another one right here, and another one right here. So we have our park brake, which is pretty easy on and off. We've got tilt steering, and this has also electronic power steering. The MP9s also have a park, neutral, reverse, high and low gear. We also have a digital instrument cluster. The cluster tells you your hours, miles, speed, what gear you're in, two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, tack, fuel level, coolant temperature. We also have a horn. And then on the left down over here, we have our lights on and off, high and low beam, and we've got the turn signals. The MP9s also have a windshield that's very easily removable by 5 little knobs there, and then you could pop the windshield right out if you'd ever want to. Okay, so going under the seat on the MP9 550 and 750, we're just going to pop the seat right off, put it right like that. We have 3 covers, so we're going to undo all 3 covers here. And then starting with this cover, we have fuel pump, fuel tank access. The center cover gives us some more engine access. So we have the front drive shaft here. We've got the ECU. We've got the sway bar going across. We have the air intake for the engine. Fuse block is over here, which is access from the other side. We have our clutch right here, and then here is the air intake for the clutch. Now the MP9s get a pretty big upgrade over the Sectors, just in the battery department also. The Sectors come with a 300 cold cranking amp battery, and the MP9s have a 520 amp cold cranking amp battery. So pretty big upgrade here. So the MP9 550 and 750 have the hydraulically assisted dump bed, LED turn signals and tail lights, a very nice rear bumper. We have a trailing arm suspension with an independent rear suspension, and we've got the rear receiver. Now we're going to go ahead and convert one of these beds into the flatbed. That's one of the key features of the MP9 is the bed converts to a flatbed. So we're going to go ahead and undo these two rubber straps on the inside. We're going to lift the tailgate out, lift this side out, and this one. And then we're going to go ahead and put it back together so you guys see how easy it is. And we're just basically just dropping the pieces right back in. And that's how easy it is to convert it from the normal bed to the flat bed and right back to the normal bed. So let's go ahead, dump the bed, check out the new trailing arm suspension on the MP9s. So the trailing arm suspension is right here. And then we have our sway bar right here. The MP9s have a very large, fully adjustable shock. We've got the steel tubular frame. They've got the new generation of 550 and 750cc engine. The 550 is really a 540cc. It's a single overhead cam engine. And then the 750 is a dual overhead cam engine. And they produce quite a bit more horsepower than their predecessors. So let's go ahead and go to the back and kind of show you what the trailing arm suspension looks like when it's a little bit loaded. So we have this loaded about 7 inches. And what you're going to notice is the tires pretty much remain flat. They can only really go up and down, just kind of like this. See my hand is kind of it's just staying flat. So when you're in a bump, you know, it absorbs the shocks a little bit better, a little bit smoother, and it keeps those tires nice and flat. Another thing with the trailing arm suspension is there's just less going on back here, so just less moving parts overall. As compared to the AA arm suspension, like what's on the sectors, you can see there's just a lot going on here, and on these sectors, it'll allow for some camber, some in and out on the camber when it's being compressed and decompressed. Both suspensions are good. They both have their pros and their cons. It's just whichever one that you like better. The HiSun MP9 550 and 750 can be purchased from Krebs Service Station in Spring Mills, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for watching the video today.